And just like that, Season 5 is over, and it's time for Season 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome your host for today, Mr. Y. Callum!
Y. Callum, it's a Y. Callum, manager of Slough, the best there's ever been. Y. Callum, it's a Y. Callum, look out for his dog, yes he's got a lovely dog.
Hello, and welcome back to the Slough Town Regionnaire save with me, Y. Callum. And you heard me right, Season 5 is over. You only saw one little snippet of Season 5 because I'll be honest with you, it lasted about a month in real life. And 3 of those weeks I made no content. So I thought, you know what, let's smash straight through to Season 6 and let's update you on what happened in Season 5. It turns out quite a bit. Being our first season in the Vanarama National, we were aiming to stay up in the division. Really, we wanted to see how far we could go, but the board, all they wanted was for us to stay up. And we finished in 12th position, which it was okay. It was okay. We finished there on 67 points, so we were quite far off, really, any sort of playoff push. However, 9 points ahead of us, Bromley, who we actually went on to beat quite convincingly 6-2 in the run-in, went up. So Wealdstone, who got promoted with us the year before, and Bromley left our division, leaving quite a strong Vanarama National for Season 6. Arguably our star of the season was a player we signed last season as well, and it's this man here, Tommy Wingate.
Let's hear you sing his name.
Tommy Wingate!
It's fun to see him play.
Tommy Wingate! So Tommy Wingate scored 22 goals in 46 games, had a really good season, scored 4 in the cup as well. An excellent signing for us and someone who we're looking to build upon this season. Now, last season had lots of ups and lots of downs, and I'm not going to go through them all because there was a whole season to talk through. Tommy Wingate was obviously the major plus for it. Our goalkeeping situation wasn't great. Dylan O'Day didn't really make the step up too well. We played Luca Gunter for a little while until he broke his finger, and then we brought Dylan O'Day back in. We've tried our utmost to replace Dylan O'Day this summer, and we haven't managed to. Yet, our lad, yet. However, the big story of the season was the FA Trophy, where we got all the way to the final and faced Oldham. Here's a small highlights package. Lusala now, into Owen Gallagher. Plays it to Tommy Wingate. We're desperate for his song in the final. Copley, back to Wingate. He chips it towards Jaden Raymond. Oh, Imre picks it up. Danny Imre is inside. Danny Imre scores! Come on, in the final! And Slough are 1-0 up. It's a massive goal. Slough. We lead in the FA Trophy final by a 1-0. We're halfway there. Whoa, living on a prayer. Sebi Nygaard. Off to Quasi. We've got 3 bookings, Wingate, Imre and Quasi all booked here. As we head into this second half, I notice we have now had a second shot. So who's the real winners? Aziz takes it on his chest for Oldham. Lee crosses it deep. Imre wins that header. Nygaard wins the second ball. Gilchrist now into O'Reilly. McFadden, he's tackled by Imre. Is Imre about to get sent off? He is! No! He scores the goal to put us into the lead, but Danny Imre... Oh, it's a terrible tackle on the edge. It's a second booking. As we talk about the bookings, he's gone from hero to villain here. Free kick for Gilchrist. He shoots! It's blocked and it's saved and then it's in! Oh no, it was bouncing around the box and suddenly a game which we're leading, Oldham have equalised and they have got the man advantage as well. Gilchrist's free kick bounced off. I mean, it's incredibly fortunate, that goal. And O'Reilly taps it home. Goodness me. Gilchrist now will take this. Another set piece for Oldham. So the front post is headed away by Lusala initially, but O'Reilly picks it back up. Gilchrist into the middle, and Max McFadden has scored. It's not gone well at all. As Gallagher picks this up on the left-hand side. Aziz wins it back, though, for Oldham. And no one goes to it. Robinson has got the run of Wembley here down the right side. He crosses towards Knight. Robinson clears that one away, but it's going to drop to O'Reilly. Not far out. Shoots low. Hard. Game over. Yes, unfortunately, due to an exciting start with the Danny Imre goal, it was ultimately from hero to villain for Danny Imre as he got sent off and we went on to concede 3 goals and lose out to Oldham. Really disappointing because we built ourselves up for it, and especially in a season where we didn't have an awful lot to play for, finishing 12th. It would have been nice to put that cherry on the top of the cake with an FA Trophy win, but who knows? Maybe this year. And first of all, we start with the outs. There's been quite a few, and I'd say quite a few significant outs as well. Stan Flaherty, Todd Alcock, Josh McCammon, Leon Chambers-Prillon, Carlos Gregory, and most recently Temi Awika have all left the club on free transfers. All of the contracts were running out. We didn't really use an awful lot of them, maybe apart from Temi and Alcock, but they decided they did not want to continue, and they've all left the club. Alcock went, and that was one of our Bill Slough slots freed up. Kessie Denton has also left, this time on loan to Kidderminster Harriers. He didn't quite make it for us last season, despite playing quite a few times and scoring a few goals. We just don't really know where to play him. He's not a centre-half and he's not a defensive mid, so I decided to make the decision to loan him this season, which also freed up another Bill Slough slot. So our first signing was actually someone who doesn't fill that Bill Slough slot, and his name is Jeremiah Jackart, or JJ to his pals, like me. I'm his pal. I'm a great friend of JJ. Well, I hope so anyway. I don't really know where JJ plays, if I'm being completely honest with you, and I'd be intrigued in the comments to know what you think about JJ. I'm going to be playing him in central midfield as a Mazzala. He's quite both-footed. He's very strong on his right, but he's fairly strong on his left, so we're going to be playing him on this left side of a midfield 3, little spoiler alert for the formation. And these are his attributes. Where would you play him? He wants to play up front or on the wing, and I don't think a player with 5 finishing can play up front, and his crossing's only 8. So I feel like maybe central midfield might be his position. We got him from West Ham on a free transfer, and he is born and bred in Dagenham. That then moves us on to our first player who is outside of the Bill Slough region, and his name is Zayn Tahir. And are you ready to be shocked? He's our captain now. He played for Aldershot last season. He's come in, and with 15 leadership, we slapped that armband straight on his arm. The left-footed centre-half can play across the back line, including left wing-back, which is really helpful. We are going to be playing him in centre-half. Not got an awful lot of pace about him, but his defensive attributes and mental attributes are ones that I quite like. So, welcome in Zayn. And finally, we bring in someone called Andy Stockbridge. He was at Nottingham Forest for 5 years. He is based from Birmingham, if I remember rightly. I was right. Well done me. Birmingham. I'm very, I'm going to use a third one, very excited about Andy Stockbridge. A really, really solid name to start off with. Our central midfielder is going to be our playmaking genius with 15 passing, 16 first touch, 15 determination, 14 agility, 15 technique. I mean, listen to what he shouldn't be playing in this league. He should be playing in the Premier League. Well, maybe not with his 3 marking and poor corners and poor crossing, and his positioning's not very. Anyway, moving on. He dictates tempo and he runs with the ball often. Andy Stockbridge, I think, took our summer from good to really good. However, we did not get anybody else. Just the 3 so far with Stockbridge, JJ and Tahir. I said last season, I don't think we're a million miles away. I said, I think we need a goalkeeper. I said, I think we need to strengthen our midfield. And I said, we need to look in the defence. We've done all of those apart from the goalkeeper. And the goalkeeper is still, I will put a little asterisk on it. We're still looking. However, this is Callum Ball 14. There's a couple of players who you might not recognise because they came in halfway through last season. Jaden Raymond comes in from Eastbourne Borough.
We don't talk about Eastbourne, no. We don't talk about Eastbourne.
He had an alright season for us last season, came in halfway through, played 14 games, 10 starts, got 4 assists to his name and a 6.97 rating. A solid all-round midfielder, I'd say. And also Ashley Naderson, who is, I believe, 33 years of age. Once again, a good striker, 6'2", so can play in that target forward role if we need him, but has also got a bit of pace about him. So a really useful option. Scored 4 goals in 20 games. Most of those games were off the bench, though. And once again, another useful option within our squad. That brings us to our starting lineup. Danny Imre is, of course, suspended and will be starting at right back, but we've gone for a more conventional 4-3-1-2 here. Dermot Usala, obviously coming in for Danny Imre, will probably usually be on the bench. But it's Dylan O'Day with Dermot Usala, Charlie Robinson and new captain Zayn Tahir with Owen Gallagher at left back, Jaden Quasi, who had a really good year, alongside Andy Stockbridge and Louis Copley. Now, I think JJ will probably be in that Mazzala role going forward, but he's not quite match fit yet, and I didn't want to play too many who weren't match fit. Mario Isaacs is desperate to leave the club at the moment. Once again, had a solid year with 12 goals. He'll be playing in behind Hamzad Kargbo and Tommy Wingate. We're taking on Aldershot in our first game of the season, and hope is high. I think hope is high. So here we go, another day, another season as we take on Nigel Clough's Aldershot Town at Arbour Park. A really, really important game to get a good start here, especially with a few debuts in there. And your first real sighter of a few of these players, especially as we saw so little of them last season. It's going to be the classic non-kit clash here. They seem to do the amber against yellow quite regularly, and apparently it's fine, but I apologise if you're confused by which is which. As Hinshelwood brings it down the right side for Aldershot, he crosses it in towards Oti. Robinson clears that away. Harwood into Hawkins. Carbo wins it back though. Good defensive forward work there. Lusala, and that is the end of that highlight. A throw in here for Slough. Quasi into Lusala, who gets across in towards Tommy Wingate, but Plain comes and claims in the Aldershot goal. Obviously, in non-league, there can be so much rotation between the teams that you never really know what you're going to face, as that's our first sight of Stockbridge as he gives the ball away. Zayn Tahir into Copley, off to Stockbridge. Now, lovely pass over to Quasi. Robinson, Stockbridge here. We're going to see a lot of Stockbridge, hopefully, with him dropping into those holes. There he is in that pocket. A lovely little pass off to Gallagher there. Nice to see. Gallagher through to Louis Copley. Copley shoots! Oh, should score! And it's a good save from Plain, but we're looking good there, going through Stockbridge in the middle. As Gallagher will take this corner for us. Into Stockbridge again. Can he get the ball in? He whips it to the back post, but it was beyond Cargbo. Still 0-0. There's just something about a playmaker, isn't there? It's always exciting. As Isaacs now has it. Crosses it in. It's headed away. Do we pick this one up? We do. Lusala keeps it in. Copley Rabonas it. And King not only gets it as far as Stockbridge. Isaacs now on the right. Crosses towards Carbo. Penalty kick. And now we have an issue because Kessie Denton, our penalty taker, has gone. It looks like it might be Stockbridge who's going to take this. I'm not sure I'm going to touch it. I think Stockbridge wants it. He does. Is Andy Stockbridge, who's working his shoulder, going to score on his debut here? He steps up and does score! Our new number 10, Andy Stockbridge, makes it 1-0. Come on! He puts the keeper the wrong way, sends it into the left-hand side of the net. Andy Stockbridge runs off and fires an arrow into the crowd. Not a literal one, a metaphorical one. It's all fine, don't worry about it. And it's 1-0 to Slough. Happy days. Alan Titchmarsh now. He's a huge fan of grass. Harwood. Quasi cuts that pass out. Stockbridge now. First time pass to Isaacs. Copley down left-hand side. Gets it. Oh, I thought he was going to get it across. Sorry, I punched the microphone in anger there at Louis Copley. But we've got another corner. And Mario Isaacs will take a rapid first 12 minutes here as Farl will now pick it up. And we're straight into another highlight. Copley to here. Over to Dermy Lusala. Charlie Robinson, Lusala, off to Jaden Quasi. Derby Lusala turns away from his man really well, gets a cross in, but it's blocked well by Tipton. And they should come away with it now, and they do. Oti through to Hodgson, and on the counter-attack, Aldershot looked dangerous, but the shot is quite weak and over the bar. There's an awful lot of highlights in those 13 minutes, and it's definitely not because I was accidentally on extended highlights at all. No way. It definitely wasn't that. I'm intrigued to know what Stockbridge's penalty taking is, which we'll find out after this corner as King whips it in. Penalty. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's a penalty now to Aldershot. Now, Dylan O'Day actually had a bit of a penalty-saving madness in the last few games of the season. Can he do it again here? Against Tipton, he does it. It's a brilliant penalty. And Aldershot make it 1-1. Oliver Tipton, the centre-half. Equalises for Aldershot. Disappointing, but a tale of two penalties. I was going to press the joke button there, but I mean it's quite accurate. That's probably more right really in this situation. Stockbridge's penalty attribute is only 7, and yet he had the goal to take it. And at half time, it is 1 apiece. 2 penalties, 2 goals. Too much fun. And we've kicked off the second half. And there's an immediate highlight here. No changes for either side as Wingate's going to lose it now. Hinshelwood back to O'Connor. Going to play it all the way back to Plain here, who knocks a long kick towards Robinson, who takes it down really well. Good composure there from Charlie Robinson. Cargbo into Quasi. Nice little back heel there. Lusala chips it over to Hamzad. He's got a man in the middle. That man is Tommy Wingate. We could have heard his song for real. And it's headed over the bar. Excellent work from Carbo, but Wingate, potentially, you wanted it the other way around, really. Wingate crossing to Carbo there. But we've had a really good first half, I feel, and we do seem to be dominating as Tahir gives it off to Lusala. Stockbridge now. Stockbridge, lovely little pass through to Lusala. I'm liking Stockbridge a lot already. Quasi. Back to Lusala, Stockbridge. Good first time pass to Copley. Gallagher now on the left-hand side. Oh my goodness, he's hit the post. What an effort from Owen Gallagher. He's still holding his head. I love that. And Quasi now picks it off to Lusala. The highlight's not over. Lusala shoots and saved by Plain. What an effort that was from Gallagher. So it hit the inside of the post and came back out. You can see from the match momentum, we are all over Aldershot here. We started really, really well. It's a very encouraging start to the season, regardless of the fact we're not winning yet. And Lusala, I say yet because I feel it in my waters. Tommy Wingate! Everyone!
Let's hear you sing his name.
Tommy Wingate!
It's fun to see him play.
Tommy Wingate!
Help the rebels to win. Slotted in the top bin. Scoring goals is for sure. It's big. It's fun to see him play.
Tommy Wingate!
Another banger from
Tommy Wingate! No, he's injured!
Robert to score.
You are joking me! Oh no, we didn't even get to finish his song. Potential head injury. Oh, Tommy. I can't believe that's just happened. So we make two. I honestly can't believe that. We make two subs. JJ comes on for Copley and Naderson comes on up front. I mean, let's hope it's not a serious one for Tommy Wingate, but I can't believe we didn't even get through his whole song before he picked up an injury. But 76 minutes on the clock and we are in the lead thanks to that man, Tommy Wingate. Our final sub is Jaden Raymond coming on for Mario Isaacs, who had a bit of an okay game. And with 6 minutes added on, that's not what you want to see when you have an injury. It's obviously lengthy treatment for Tommy Wingate. However, he is today's match winner, and Tommy Wingate's winner sees us beat Aldershot by 2-1. I think you can agree that was really encouraging. With an XG at 2.88, we've had much more possession. We've made 3 clear-cut chances, taken 2 of them. Really, really encouraging start to the season. It's a concussion for Tommy Wingate, so he misses the next 2 to 3 weeks of the season, which is obviously far from ideal, but we do have the replacements in play. Should we play one more? I feel like we play one more. Let's make it a bumper video. I forgot to say, before the season starts, we are predicted to finish 22nd. 22nd. Next up, though, we take on Torquay away from home, who lost on the opening day by 1-0 to Boreham Wood. You can't really sniff for that one. Boreham Wood are a good side. We will bring Ashley Naderson into the team ahead of Wingate. On that next match only, obviously. And I think maybe make Jackart the backup with bringing Sebi Nygaard onto the bench. I feel like it might be unfair to drop Dermody Salah after a man-of-the-match performance, so we'll take off Tafari Moore and put Danny Imre on there as well, because we know Tahir can always cover the left-hand side of the defence if needed. Other than that, the starting lineup will be unchanged after a really, really positive start to the season. Unbelievably, it's another yellow-amber kit clash here. I picked them well, haven't I? As Huggins brings it forward for Torquay down this left-hand side. Torquay aside, who didn't do an awful lot last season, if I remember rightly, is Naderson. I'll tell you what, with 20 seconds in and Naderson's tackled high up here, shoots! Oh, he's hit the post! Oh my goodness, what a chance to give us the lead with almost the first kick of the game, but it remains 0-0 here. What a chance. Throw in deep within the half of Torquay here as Quasi tries to win it back but doesn't quite get a foot on it. Boat back to Giles in the Torquay goal. taking his time as he knocks a long ball, which Robinson will cut out. I've just extended the contract of Charlie Robinson as well for another year because Bradford no longer want him, which is a relief, as Dunton gives it into Harriet. Oh, Tahir takes out his man. Reindorf is 1-0. Tahir wiped out Truran, who's still down injured, who apparently he's faking the injury, so who cares? It's fine. But Reindorf, which sounds an awful lot like reindeer, I mean, it's nowhere near Christmas. This makes absolutely no sense. But Rudolph, the red-nosed Reindorf, puts it past a day, and it's 1-0 to Torquay. If you look at the match stats at the moment, we are dominating here, despite being 1-0 down, as Nadeson crosses it in and Robinson heads over. But after such a positive first game, you know, you would hope we can get back in this game with them only having 2 shots now. We've had 8 and much more of the ball. Time to encourage the boys. It's a free kick out wide from Nadeson, crosses it in, and Giles claims with ease. Wasteful from Ashley there. As Giles once again takes his time and knocks it long towards Rudolph, the red-nosed Reindorf. He misses this time. In fact, it was a brilliant save. I definitely saw that save as Dylan tipped it over the bar. Really important bit of goalkeeping there in front of all of the 12 Slough fans who have come down to Torquay. In fairness, Torquay is quite a long drive for everybody, even Torquay fans. Throw now for Donnellan into Dunton. Back to Dunton, the captain. He skips inside Harriet. Kane Harriet scores, and at half time it looks like we're going to be 2 down after such a positive opening fixture. This has been very, very disappointing. Dunton had way too much space to run into, not really challenged at all. I'm not sure where Gallagher was, our left back, and Lusala was beaten at the back post by Harriet. There is a highlight just before half time here, 46 minutes on the clock, 3 added on, as Dunton brings it forward now. Hall, Rudolph, the red-nosed Reindorf, Dunton, and Adair does save this one. Hopefully the highlight continues here and we can hit them on the counter. It looks like it might. Robinson chips it up to Quasi now. Jaden Quasi. What can we do with this ball? Lusala into the middle with Stockbridge. Surely he can find the pass. Into Copley. Copley shoots! Oh my goodness, I thought it was in. A big chance just before the half-time whistle, but it will be 2-0 at half-time. And when you look at the match stats, you can't really argue. It's not a 2-0 game to Torquay at all, is it? So I don't feel like we need to change an awful lot. What I am going to do, though, is take off Owen Gallagher, who didn't have the best first half, which gives us an opportunity to get Danny Imray on, a star. And here is Imray, straight away, whips that ball towards Isaacs, and it's headed over the bar. But we've moved around the back line a little bit, with Tahir going to left back, Lusala going to centre half, and Imray going into that wing back position on the right-hand side, hoping he can cause some issues down there like he already did. As Harriet now has it, crosses it across the face, and Rudolph, the red-nosed Reindorf, has scored. It's offside. Oh, Santa will be fuming. It's 2-0 still. We've got away with that big time. I think it's maybe that pass there. I think Harriet's offside because Rudolph looks very much onside there. We get away with it. Hamzad's picked up a knock as well. A knee injury. Not what you want to see as Mario Isaacs has this corner, crosses towards Robinson, can't get there. Imray heads it on, but Giles saves. And we have shown enough to get something out of this game, but being 2-0 down, we're getting absolutely nothing as it stands, as Robinson heads that to Quasi, nods it down to Imray. Danny Imray now on this right-hand side. Almost tempted to push him up to like a further position as Copley now picks us up on the left-hand side. Tahir. Zayn Tahir, Stockbridge, over to Danny Imray. Quasi, he can hit him from range, and it's wide of the post. I thought it was in. We might make a change here. Danny Imray is already on the 7.2, so what we're going to do is we're going to move him further forward, and then we're going to actually focus down the right-hand side to try and get Danny Imray involved a little bit more. I mean, I'm tempted to take off Cargbo as well here because he has got that injury, so I think maybe we bring JJ on up front. A chance here, 67 minutes on the clock, and Imray's free kick ripples the side of the netting, unfortunately. We will see this goal kick, though, so perhaps another chance for us. Copley heads it down to JJ. Jacquard here. Off to Tahir, wearing that armband, of course. Zayn Tahir comes down the left. Can he get the ball in? He cuts it back to Stockbridge, who's taken referee. I mean, that looked like a penalty to me. But Rudolph brings it forward now for Torquay. I mean, that's a controversial one. Reindorf looks unbelievable, by the way. Crosses it in, well blocked initially. And Hall will pick this back up for Torquay. And runs it out of play. Good attacking play from Hall there. But that looked like a penalty. Stockbridge again had a really good game. We're taking him off for Sebi Nygaard just because he hasn't really got the match fitness at the moment. And being 2-0 down, it's looking unlikely that we'll get something from this game, unfortunately. As Fogarty heads that into the back of the net, and now we definitely won't. Tommy Fogarty scores his first Torquay goal. Please put in the comments, how often do you have goals going against you that are their first goal for the club? Because it seems to be every other goal for me at the moment. Now, I appreciate at the start of the season, they might have just signed. That's fair enough. But when you're like 36 games into the season and it's their first goal for the club, it's very frustrating. Tahir will take this throw. 5 minutes left. We are playing for pride now as Nygaard gives it into Copley. Copley shoots. He's hit the post. Unbelievable. Nades and crosses and Giles saves. We really have been unfortunate today, I feel. 21 shots. And we are 3-0 down as Kwasi knocks a long free kick. Robinson heads that over the bar. The chances keep coming, but we keep not taking them. And with 5 minutes added on, it looks like we are going to walk away with nothing from Torquay at all. It's been a mixed start. I feel like we've had 2 good performances, but only 3 points to our name. And that starts our season off, season 6. One that I'm hopeful on, especially after these first couple of performances, that we could maybe sneak a playoff place this season. Let's face it, we're all getting a bit itchy. It's been a whole year without a playoff. We've got to get back there, haven't we? And we'll see how we get on. But thanks a lot for watching. Please click the subscribe button and like if you enjoyed the video. And I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.